Well, hey, everybody. Welcome live to All Around Town Radio. We're here with another Wednesday with the band. Going to do something a little different today, though. We're not really going to have a band on today, but there's something really important I want to talk about, something that's gone on here in our region for quite a while. And I'm going to bring into the program today a good friend of mine, Mr. Scotty Long, DJ Songs. How you doing, Scotty?
Hey, what's going on, Scott? How are you?
Good to see you. Now, we had Courtney on here a minute ago. We're gonna talk about that because Courtney had some fans that messaged me, what time are we doing this? So Courtney was on here. She lives in an area where she has to, let me just say this, drive to get internet service. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, internet issues, phone that overheated and some things. So hopefully we're going to be able to get her to join us again. She's en route to another undisclosed location to try to talk to us. So hopefully that'll work. Scotty, how you been, man? You doing all right?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm finally, a lot of weight lifted off my shoulder.
I guess.
Yeah, the contest was definitely holding me down a little bit, but we made for a great contest. It was a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and I was blessed to be able to, do this and meet all the awesome people, all these talented singers that we got to meet. And obviously we built a lot of great friendships along the way. And so, yeah.
So singer of the songs. Yeah. Singer of the songs. Did you really think when you,
I'm losing
it was going to be as much work as it was? Yeah, I see you checking in and out.
No, you're good. I heard the last part. So no, honestly, I had no idea. This is one of the first karaoke contests I've done as DJ Songs. I didn't realize how much work and process and planning and getting everybody to kind of mold as one to get all this together. It was a lot of work. It was very time consuming between the marketing and just kind of getting the word of mouth out there about the contest. And but again, it was a lot of fun. It was well worth it. It was just, it was time consuming and it wasn't easy.
And you climbed some mountains, man, with this, because you started out with a great prize and all that, and that rug kind of got pulled out from under you because of COVID.
Yeah,
and that was sad that happened, but you jumped right on it, overcame, adapted, and made it happen, man. I'm so impressed by your work ethic, because you kick ass, and I mean you really do. And your whole thing with advertising, I don't know too many DJs out there that have the marketing plan that you do, and you keep yourself busy, don't you, brother?
I do. If I'm not working my full-time job, I'm at night, doing my gigs, and of course, in between all that, I'm trying to juggle family life with the marketing, and so it's always nonstop for me. I like to just keep busy and keep going. A lot of people ask me all the time, like, how are you putting over 100 hours in without very little sleep, or with very little sleep. So I guess I just been doing it for so long that I adapted to it, and that's who I am. So,
well, yeah, and you're doing a great job. And this contest, how many people did you start with in the contest?
So originally we wanted to do 48 contestants, or try to have 12 contestants on each team of the four coaches. But I believe we ended up doing 32. So there was 8 contestants per team. And that's, obviously the contestants that made it through the blind auditions. Again, just like The Voice. And we found some amazing, talented singers, a lot better than I expected. And these guys, they really did everything they could do to kind of just build a take the criticism that they did receive and overcome the obstacles and get better at singing. And man, some of these I watched, and I watched these contestants grow throughout the whole process. And I'm just blessed to be able to be a part of that and see some amazing talent along the way. So
Well, and with that many people, first of all, managing that many people, personalities, all those things,
yeah.
it's tough. And then you had as well, you had coaches and judges, and
Oh, yeah.
that was tough for them to juggle their schedules sometimes. I know you had a few that had to leave because they just got
Yeah.
too busy. And the thing that happened right when you kind of started this was all the COVID restrictions went away, so all the musicians that you had doing that started playing a bunch again. And
Absolutely.
and paying gigs unfortunately come over some of this that you were doing, and they got out there and
Mhm.
started working again, which is good for them. But it
Absolutely. Yeah.
made for a lot of flexibility you had to have to get this thing going, and you
Mhm.
did it in the fashion of The Voice. So you had these coaches, and what was the real purpose? Because you had some great people as coaches. I mean, the winning coaches of this thing, obviously, your wife J Lo, as we refer to her, and
Yeah.
Kevin McCoy. I mean, Kevin is a rising star in country music,
He
and
is.
is doing amazing things. And for you to have him and him to commit his time to this was just amazing to me. I think it says a lot for you and your personality.
Yeah, absolutely. We were very gracious. Sorry, we were very grateful to have the level of talent that we had for the local musicians to be a part of this. And my idea was to not just put on a karaoke contest and give all these people the opportunity to win some great prizes and to have fun with the karaoke contest, but I also wanted to get out there and put the word out for these our friends who are local musicians, and get other people to start following them and listen to their music, go out to their shows, have a good time, and of course the venues as well. So Froggy's and a Little River Bar and Grill, a lot of new people are going there now, and they may have not have known about the venues before or the bands before. So it's a great idea to kind of put that into place. That's why I wanted to to do this in the style of The Voice, because of the whole COVID situation that happened. A lot of people weren't really going back out to live music, and then of course once it opened back up, it's definitely been a blessing. So
Kevin
Kevin's a
McCoy.
pain.
I mean, the pain. Yeah, well, we all know that. We all know that one. But it's to me, it's a great collaboration because
Yeah.
first of all, you filled these venues with people. You introduced new artists to people. You introduced artists to the world of playing out in a club, which some of them had never done. And
Mm.
whether they've got a band behind them or a backing track behind them, they're still having to get up there in front of an audience and
Oh,
get their their sea legs, as we say, and actually stand up there and perform. But for
yeah.
the venues, and you work closely with Little River Bar and Grill and Froggies, I know you have for a long time,
Mhm.
and they're great people. And for them to
They
buy
are.
into this and realize that there is a market, for karaoke out there,
Mhm.
because how did we pick the same drink today is what I want to know. How do we do that? All
Did
right.
we
That's
really?
funny. Yes, we did. All right. I think we did.
This stuff's
But
really good. I love
it
the
is
dry
it
green
is
tea.
good. It
Yeah.
is good. But, back to what I was saying though, it's an interesting mix. And when those venues bought in, they were like, where they're endorsing karaoke. And
Hmm.
a lot of venues have gotten away from endorsing karaoke, as you know, and
Right.
it's got some stigma to it sometimes that, karaoke is just a bunch of bad drunk people singing, and that's not true. I go to karaoke clubs a lot and see some of the best singers I've ever seen
Oh
perform,
yeah.
and you get to
Absolutely.
too. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have that guy or girl that they're out in the town and they say they get their liquid courage and get up there some days, but
Yeah.
you see so many great performers, and then for you to put them all in a mix and have a competition, which ended up being very friendly. I noticed all the people who didn't win were so supportive of Courtney Joe who won, and I think that says a lot as well.
Absolutely. Courtney's came a long way from beginning. We first met Courtney Joe um, in the beginning of the contest. That's how we had met her through the blind auditions, and so we didn't even know her from Adam prior to that. And we found out a little bit later on about her story and where she came from, and that she had to drive almost 2.5 hours away every week, both days, Wednesdays and Thursdays. So she's an amazing person. We got to know her a little bit more, and I'm kind of blessed and proud to that she won fair and square. And but again, there were so many great singers, very talented people. Some of my regulars that I call family of mine, they were in the contest, and they did an amazing job as well. So but yeah, so we had a really good time. And me and my wife Jennifer, J Lo is what we call her. She helped me put this together, and so I have to give hats off to her for putting up with all my bull crap.
All right. Yeah, well, she's a saint. We know that. All right. She puts up with you all the time, and
Right.
that's good. But we love Jennifer, and she's a wonderful person. And I can imagine her being my coach if I had a voice to sing in this contest, that I would like to have her there, because she's not only nice, but I think she has some great insight into the music business. And so does Kevin McCoy. And I think we may have Courtney here. So let's see if we can bring Courtney back into the show. You want to do that? You ready,
Yeah,
Scotty?
let's do it.
All right, let's see if Courtney's out there. Courtney, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You're kind of fuzzy, but I think we're going to be able to at least let people get to meet you here. And hopefully, Scotty and I have been talking a lot about the contest, but we haven't gotten into your story yet. I was just getting ready to ask him to tell your story. So maybe you can tell your story, how you got started singing, if we can hear you and keep you on and not frozen up here.
You're right. Yeah, whenever I started singing, I was about 12. My grandmother had found out that I could sing, and she kind of pushed me into it. And then my mom and dad kind of continued that. Then I quit for a little while because I just lost the feel for it. And then whenever I met my husband when I was 19, he pushed me back into it again. So I've been singing ever since.
Great. Fantastic. And did you ever dream you were going to be the winner of this, 40 some people competition?
No, I mean, I was going to try really hard, but I knew everybody had just as much of a chance as anyone else.
What was the Scotty? What was the winning song that made her go over the top?
So Courtney Joe decided to do the finale. The finale song was "I Will Always Love You," and it was kind of a mixture. It was her own unique track that she actually brought to the contest. And there was a CD, and she gave it to me, and she said, "This is my track tonight, and don't worry, the music's going to drop out, and there's going to be an a cappella part," which was so incredibly good. And it was like a mixture of the old school Dolly Parton, a little bit of Whitney Houston, and then of course Courtney Joe behind it all. So it blew each and every one of us away that she did that. So she did an amazing job.
So Courtney Joe, do you have somebody record this track for you? Did they do that, or did they do a mix of stuff, or how was that done?
I went on a website called karaokeversion.com and had bought the Whitney version of it, but it was more of like an acoustic version. And then I just got rid of whatever instruments I didn't want in it and kind of just cut and spliced it together on Audacity.
There you go. All right. I use Audacity sometimes. It's a nice program. Does a nice job to cut and paste a little bit. So Courtney, tell me more about your backstory. You live 2.5 hours away from here for this contest?
Yes, I do. I live in Greenup, Kentucky.
Is that Eastern Kentucky?
Yeah, northeastern. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I have family in Eastern Kentucky, so I got an idea, but I think you're over more towards the border, right?
Right, definitely. Portsmouth, Ohio is like 5 minutes away.
Okay, I got you. All right. I get the idea. So you drove. What dedication does it take to drive every week, 2.5 hours one way, 2 nights a week? That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I really love what I do. And Scotty and J-Lo and all them, they are amazing people. They are just so nice. I've never met nicer people in my life. So, I mean, they kept me going as well.
What about Kevin McCoy? Is he nice?
Oh, very. I love him.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Kevin McCoy. I don't know. He scares me sometimes. Now I love Kevin McCoy.
He's all right.
He's a
He's
good guy.
Yeah.
And well, Courtney, you obviously have a great voice to win this competition and singer of the songs. And I understand you're going to take a little trip to Nashville on the competition. Is that right?
Yep, that is what I've been told.
Well, Scotty, you want to tell me a little bit about that? And what's the big grand prize since they couldn't perform at country concert because of COVID things and all that this year? What shakes out with the grand prize for this winter?
Yeah, so the grand prize, obviously, Courtney Joe is the singer of songs for 2021, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna head on down to Nashville, Tennessee. Me and my wife, Courtney Joe, and one of her best friends, Sarah, and then along with Courtney Joe's husband, we're all gonna go down there with Kevin McCoy, and obviously, we're gonna have a good time down there. Um, what we have planned in store is to kind of do some studio touring while we're down there, some of Nashville's biggest studios. Um, and also, what we're going to do is have the opportunity to, on Friday night, have a really amazing steak dinner at one of Nashville's best steakhouses. And then on Saturday, we're going to go hit the strip on Broadway, and we're going to get the opportunity to kind of go backstage VIP, do some meet and greets and stuff at Bluebird Cafe, where kind of a lot of the Nashville musicians got all their startup fame, and where they were discovered. Also, hit up the Wannabes karaoke spot, which is supposed to be the best karaoke place in the entire world, right in the heart of Nashville. And then, of course, have a great night. Just hitting up a different bars and music venues and all that good stuff. And then, of course, um, so yeah, I mean, we have so much planned, and we're going to be actually sitting we're going to stay right in the heart of Music Row, which is only about 3 minutes from Broadway. So
All right, boy, that sounds like
yeah,
a great trip, man. It sounds like
yeah,
fun
it's going to be a
and
lot of fun.
enjoyable.
So
And be careful when you're hanging out with Kevin down there, though. So I think security knows him in every place. I bet.
right,
But
he just loves
Courtney,
it.
I want to ask you another question, Courtney. I mean, you were telling me a little bit about, yeah, you gave up singing for a while, you got back into singing for a while, but when did you really know, back in your younger days, that you loved singing and you wanted to be a singer?
Probably when I was about 12 or 13, whenever I first started. I was pretty shy at first, but once I started competing, and I started even before I won, because I've lost a lot too. But I really felt deep down that, I believe there's a reason for everybody, to be on this earth, whether it be a mom, a dad, a cook, anything. But and I've lived through a lot in my life. I've had a stroke. I've had cancer 2 times, plus a host of other medical problems from all of that. So I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. It feels like that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, you're a true inspiration for sure to have overcome a lot of things to get to where you are. And, obviously the crowd believed in you. Scotty, how did you
Losing you, buddy.
how was it done to decide who the winner was? How was the vote decided at the end to decide who the grand prize winner was?
So we had a lot of there was honestly, there was a lot of different ideas that came up about how we were going to judge, how we were going to vote. I had the idea of maybe having just the crowd participate and do the voting. Then a lot of the singers, the contestants, said no. Well, I don't have any family, or my family would have to, like Courtney Joe. It wouldn't have been fair for her. And it wouldn't have been fair for a lot of people that don't have family that can just be there to support. And there was a lot of different kind of ideas that I was tossing around with my wife, and she said, well, let's just have all the coaches continue to be the judges. That way it's just fair and square, and even the competing coaches are voting for the same singer on the opposing team. So what we did is we actually had all the coaches we had a score sheet, and there was 5 different categories. There was like vocal performance, uniqueness, not being able to use the lyrics, the stage presence, the whole shebang. So what we did is, you tallied up those scores, and then we had a final score for per singer, and then for each coach that scored, what we did is we added all those scores up together to come up with the final score, and that's how we determined who the winner was. So whoever had the highest score out of the top 4 was obviously placed first place. So
awesome. Well, Courtney, outstanding job. I mean, I really wish, unfortunately, Scotty and I know we pass in the night sometimes. We both have gigs on the same nights and all those, and I never got to come see. I would have loved to seen the finals of this or any of the nights, but I do want to ask either one of you, did everyone receive because when you watch The Voice, let me back up. When you watch The Voice, sometimes there's some tensions between the coaches and the contestants. Did everyone take the criticism and the ideas of the coaches pretty well in this competition?
I think overall, everyone just got along really well. There wasn't really any tension, even like all the contestants were very supportive of each other. All the, even the opposing coaches were supportive of the other teams. Just like in the style of The Voice, you have the opportunity to steal a singer off of another team, that's being eliminated. So it was kind of like we developed this family of karaoke singers, and we all have we all love singing and having a good time and just getting up there and goofing off. And a lot of people, that even though that people had to be eliminated, it's a contest, obviously. So we have to pick out a winner. But even the people who, were eliminated from the contest still came back to the show to support their teammates, to support the coaches, and overall support, singer of songs. And, so thank you guys so much for that. If you're listening, popping in right now. So we couldn't have done it without any of you guys, all the coaches, the judges, the venues, Scott Hall putting this up on Hall Around Town Radio, and of course all the volunteers and the contestants. So give yourselves a round of applause. You did an amazing job. And we got, actually, me and Jennifer have something for all the coaches who participated, as well as the top 4 finalists, them and a guest. We're thinking about possibly getting a party bus and hit up some local venues around Cincinnati and Dayton area, and just kind of do a pop in and have a good time. So be on the lookout for that.
That sounds like some fun. It does.
Yeah.
It does. A really good time. And I'm going to say here, guys, if you're watching the show after we were live, Scotty and I will monitor the comments. And if you have a contestant comment for Courtney Joe, put it in there. She can see this afterwards as well. And make sure you drop a comment in there for us, because this is a weird time of day to go live for us. And it's not the best time of day to get a big live viewership. So, and it was the only way we could schedule this today with Wednesday with the band. So folks, again, if you're watching afterwards, drop a comment, let us know, or just say congratulations to Courtney Joe on her big win here, because that took a lot of work. And I'm telling you, Courtney Joe, you were probably one of the most dedicated people I could ever meet, because to drive that kind of drive time every week and do that and participate in this for the length that it was, that says a lot for your character and how much you wanted to try to go for the brass ring here and win this prize. So Courtney, what else do you have to share with people out there about your music and where you're going? What are you going to do next?
Well, right now I've been in a band for about 1.5 years now, and we're going to see how things go down in Nashville, because I guess, down there, you never know what's going to happen. But they are completely 100% behind me no matter what happens. So I'm glad that I have their support, and I love them so much. But right now we are actually getting ready to play Friday night. I believe we are in New Holland, Ohio, near like Hillsborough and Washington Courthouse, I believe. And then Saturday night we will be in Chillicothe.
Okay, I think I heard you say Chillicothe on Saturday. What's the name of your band, Courtney?
We are the Rock Bottom Band.
The Rock Bottom Band. There we go. All right, guys, follow them on Facebook as well, along with Courtney Joe on Facebook. If you want to follow her, she has a page called Courtney Joe Music, and you can follow her progress there. And of course, my friend DJ Songs, Scotty Long, you can find him all over Facebook. He is the Facebook king. He is. He's on there all the time. Scotty, what else you have to share about this competition? You want to give anybody a shout out or anything?
Yeah, absolutely. I just, again, want to thank each and every one of you who supported the Singer of Songs karaoke contest. The music venues, we had obviously Froggy's, Little River Bar and Grill, did an amazing job at putting this all together for us and supplying some of the prizes for the top 4 finalists. And, you know, a lot of times these guys were not ready for how, you know, packed it was, but they all, you know, came together, chipped in, and it was a huge success. Obviously a big thank you shout out to all the coaches out there. Even the ones that, you know, unfortunately had to, you know, go back into doing the gigs. And, you know, from the beginning, I just, you know, Stephanie Maples, Seven West, who else do we have? Billy Brown, Jesse Lynn Fisher, a bunch of
Great
guys
people
out there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they couldn't, you know, line up their schedule with it. And, you know, there's no hard feelings whatsoever. We completely understand. So, but thank you guys for, you know, all of you for being a huge, you know, support and volunteering for this. And it definitely doesn't go, you know, unnoticed. And then, of course, you know, obviously all you awesome, talented contestants out there who participated in this, don't give up, you know, be on the lookout for another karaoke contest coming at you soon. And, you know, let's do it again and have some fun and you know, see if we can get somebody else out there to maybe win number 1.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come
again,
sing.
Congratulations to Courtney Joe on that Singer of Songs #1 winner.
Well, I'm gonna come sing in the next one. I'll be eliminated before the first round, but just know that. All right, Courtney Joe, what else you got for us today? Say anything to anybody you want right here. This is your moment. We're glad we got you on here finally, and the technology worked and give you a chance.
Yeah, I do want to give a big shout out to my husband for driving me all over God's creation because he's a big supporter. And then I want to thank Scotty, of course, for throwing this. This was amazing. I mean, you did a lot, and I know it takes a lot of work, especially I've joined this band. I know how much work it is to set all that stuff up, let alone have to host it and, you know, make sure everything goes right and run the sound and run the lights and all that. So I want to thank you for that. And then, of course, J-Lo and Kevin, of course, for helping me through and giving me the pointers along the way.
Team Kevin and J-Lo.
They're cheering for him right now. You hear them? Yes, they are. All right. And Scotty, I've got some pictures here. Let's throw a few of these up before we go and talk about them for a minute. So here's one of them that was the crew as it looks. I see Kevin and J-Lo there and Scotty in the middle, and then Courtney over on the left-hand side of the pic. But who are the rest of these folks?
So we have, obviously, Singer of Songs winner Courtney Joe. I guess my far left, depending on how you guys are looking at it. Then we had, let's see here, Abby. We had Nikki. We had Nick, and then Kevin McCoy. Let's see here. And then, of course, DJ Songs, my beautiful wife behind me, J-Lo. Talitha, or we call her Tita. And then we have Sarah, and then Abigail.
So some good stuff. And these are some of the photos from the competition here. Is this your final 4?
That is the final 4. So we have James there. Then we also have Courtney Joe. And we have Andy. And then we have Tammy.
I'm laughing at James. He looks like Shrek. He's a giant.
He is a big guy, for sure.
Compared to next to Courtney Joe there, he's absolutely massive. He is.
Yeah, and he's a giant with a sweet, like, Usher style voice, which is really cool.
Wow. Awesome. And then we've got Courtney Joe here with her congratulations Singer of the Songs picture. Yeah. And that's a great one. And then the trophy that she received, first place Singer of the Song. I love that trophy. That's so creative and cool. And just glad you guys put this on, and glad we had a chance to be a part of it. And Courtney, you're gonna have to come around here with that Rock Bottom band and play in this area if you can get booked down here.
I plan on. I'm sorry. I was going to say I plan on actually having her booked at Little River Bar and Grill here soon, and then of course we're going to try to get her at Froggy's sometime as well. So she'll definitely be doing some gigs around here, maybe even the Barrel. I don't know, or Mr. Burroughs, or
any of those places.
Heroes. We got all kinds of different venues in locally. We also have the Bell and the Bear. If you ever have anything, not have anything going on Thursday nights, hit up the Bell and the Bear for their band jam night. I hear it's a lot of fun. Me and Jennifer actually plan on getting out there sometime. So.
Yeah, it's a great time. And Courtney, your band, what music do you play? Let's get that in before we go here.
We play country, rock, blues, funk, a little bit of everything.
What's your favorite song to perform?
My favorite song to perform is Here for the Party by Gretchen Wilson.
There we go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Did you sing that in the competition?
No, I actually didn't.
So your winning song was a ballad.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's interesting because, so many people think they got to go for. So your coaches probably helped you decide kind of what to do, right?
Yep, they gave me pointers on, because for the most of the competition, I did fun, upbeat songs. So I wanted to change it up at the end.
And came in and blew up everybody. It is, and it says a lot when the coaches all vote for you and everybody that's been in that competition is behind you and supporting you. So you've got to feel good about that.
Yes, very.
All right, guys. Well, we got to cut out of here. We are out of time today, but I do appreciate you being with us. Courtney, I'm glad we were able to get the interwebs to work here and get you in. We're having some internet issues, guys, even on the show. We're having some things with the Wi-Fi and all that. It's just the nature of the beast. It's live video and it happens. So, we don't have the ability to go back and chop it up. But if you're watching right now, thank you for watching. If you're not watching right now and you're watching afterwards, thank you as well. And share this show and give Courtney some love out there, guys, if you will. Scotty, thank you, brother.
No, thank you, Scott. And thank you,
appreciate
Courtney.
you, man. Appreciate you all being here, guys. We're going to cut out. You've been watching Wednesday with the Band with Courtney, Joe Harr, and DJ Song, Scotty Long. Thank you guys again for being with me today, and we'll catch up with you, I hope, real soon. Courtney, I hope to meet you real soon.
All right.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Night. You too.
All right.
All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. I am at Heather's this evening on the patio, 7 o'clock. Love to see you there for Name That Tune Trivia. However, I was just told there's only one table left. So if you wanted to get yourself involved in that, please do quickly get a reservation and come on down. Thanks so much for watching today. We'll be back with you tomorrow for our Thursday Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggy's in Monroe, exit 29 off I-75. 10 American Way, Monroe, Ohio. Froggies, check it out. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.